In today's world, the definition of security is evolving rapidly. From great power rivalries and geopolitical conflicts to terrorism, cyber attacks, climate crises, and pandemics, the threats we face are more interconnected and complex. Achieving global security is more challenging than ever. At the 2022 Boao Forum for Asia, Chinese President Xi Jinping put forward the Global Security Initiative and said, "Security is the precondition for development."
It is important that we stay committed to the vision of common, comprehensive, cooperative, and sustainable security, and work together to maintain world peace and security.
Countries often have different political cultures, customs, and interests, which can lead to conflict. Mediation plays a key role in resolving these differences. China advocates for a mediation strategy based on respect for sovereignty, equal consultation, and peaceful coexistence, focusing on political solutions, not coercive intervention. At the opening ceremony of the Boao Forum for Asia Annual Conference 2022, Xi Jinping called on all countries to act on a global security initiative.
It is important that we stay committed to taking the legitimate security concerns of all countries seriously, uphold the principle of indivisible security, build a balanced, effective, and sustainable security architecture, and oppose the pursuit of one's own security at the cost of others' security. It is important that we stay committed to peacefully resolving differences and disputes between countries through dialogue and consultation, support all efforts conducive to the peaceful settlement of crises, reject double standards, and oppose the wanton use of unilateral sanctions and long-arm jurisdiction.
China's model of security does not rely on imposing systems or values, nor does it seek to build security through military alliances or regime change. Instead, it focuses on cooperation rooted in the principles of non-interference in internal affairs and no political conditions. The Middle East, home to some of the world's most pressing challenges, faces complex issues with deep historical roots. Some external powers have intentionally fueled conflicts and created opposing sides for their own gain, leaving the region in turmoil. Since Saudi Arabia severed ties with Iran in 2016, there had been little direct communication between the two nations. The rift deepened from religious tensions into regional proxy wars. In December 2022, President Xi Jinping paid a state visit to Saudi Arabia. About 3 months later, the then Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi visited China. Through these high-level visits, Xi played a crucial role in fostering better relations between the two countries. In March 2023, after years of estrangement, Saudi Arabia and Iran agreed to restore diplomatic ties, with China serving as mediator. During the closing ceremony of the Saudi-Iranian dialogue, representatives from China, Saudi Arabia, and Iran sat in an equilateral triangle, a symbol of China's commitment to equality and mutual respect among nations. Saudi Foreign Minister Faisal bin Farhan Al Saud openly acknowledged China's pivotal role in the process.
Because it has good relations with both of us. Neither the United States nor Europe would have been able, I think, to be, if you like, an honest broker between the two parties. So from that perspective, I think China was the logical partner in making this happen.
China didn't offer a Middle East solution, but it did achieve a significant breakthrough. Qatar's Al Jazeera borrowed the famous words from their Prophet Muhammad, "Seek knowledge even if you have to go as far as China," and praised, "Seek peace, even if you have to go as far as China." This reflects the idea that through dialogue based on mutual respect, solutions that benefit everyone can be found. In his speech at the opening ceremony of the Boao Forum for Asia Annual Conference 2022, Xi Jinping reiterated that peace must be actively pursued and preserved.
地区和平稳定啊，不是天上掉下来的。
Peace and stability in our region does not fall into our lap automatically or come as charity from any country. Rather, it is the result of the joint efforts of countries in the region. The 5 principles of peaceful coexistence and the Bandan spirit, first advocated by Asia, are all the more relevant today. We should honor such principles as mutual respect, equality, mutual benefit, and peaceful coexistence, follow a policy of good neighborliness and friendship, and make sure that we always keep our future in our own hands.
In a world marked by rising tensions and stalled peace processes, peacekeeping remains more crucial than ever. China continues to make significant contributions to global peace and development, steadfastly following a path of peaceful development. In 2015, at the UN Peacekeeping Summit, Xi Jinping announced China's 6 commitments to support UN peacekeeping actions. With the goal of fostering a shared future for humanity, China would step up support for and participation in global peacekeeping efforts to bolster confidence and hope for peaceful development in conflict-affected regions. In 2022, during a video call to China's Overseas Peacekeeping Corps, Xi Jinping said,
希望你们忠实履行维和使命。
We must faithfully fulfill our peacekeeping mission, make more contribution to maintaining world peace, and present to the world the good image of China's military.
良好形象。
In May 2024, China's 10th peacekeeping police team arrived in South Sudan to assist with public security work through patrols, community outreach, and local capacity building. At the refugee camps, Chinese policewoman Gao Yali frequently approached the refugee families to listen to their concerns and share safety advice. She showed care and built trust by holding people's hands and sometimes giving them a simple hug. Gao remembers a woman named Lisa who was sitting by the roadside and was too weak to lift her hands. Time after time, Gao and her colleagues visited the woman and gave her food and essential supplies to help her recover. Later, every time they visit, Lisa would greet them with her child and express her heartfelt gratitude, saying, "Thank you, Chinese peacekeepers. Thank you, my friends." In February 2025, China's 12-member peacekeeping team in South Sudan was awarded the UN Peace Medal for their dedicated work. China has been a leading contributor to UN peacekeeping efforts. In 1990, China for the first time sent 5 military observers to the UN Truce Supervision Organization. In 1992, China deployed its first blue helmets in Cambodia. Over more than 30 years, China has dispatched over 50,000 peacekeepers to nearly 30 UN missions across 20 countries and regions. Today, China is the largest contributor of peacekeepers among the permanent members of the UN Security Council and the second largest contributor to UN peacekeeping costs. In 2019, then UN military advisor Lieutenant General Carlos Huberto Loiti praised China for setting a good example to the world.
China's contribution in peacekeeping operations is one of the most notable, reliable, and committed troop contributing country. It's currently the top contributor among the 5 permanent members of the Security Council. Troops from China, units from China are well led, well trained, well disciplined. China soldiers are exemplary. It's an example to be followed by other nations.
UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has also praised China's peacekeeping police, pointing out that their selection and training meet the highest standards. He mentioned that they fully comply with UN norms and disciplinary requirements, earning high praise from all sides for their exceptional professionalism and integrity. But it's not just the peacekeepers who are making a difference. China's Navy has also played a crucial role in promoting world peace. During the 70th anniversary celebrations of the Chinese Navy in Qingdao, Xi Jinping highlighted the importance of cooperation with foreign navies.
中国海军将一如既往同各国海军加强交流合作。
The Chinese PLA Navy will continue to strengthen exchanges and cooperation with foreign navies, actively shoulder its international responsibilities, safeguard the security of international waterways, and provide more public goods for maritime security.
In November 2021, China's 39th Naval Escort Task Force, led by the guided missile destroyer Urumqi, safely escorted 3 foreign merchant vessels to the Western Arabian Sea. In gratitude, the sailors aboard raised the Chinese flag. Between 2008 and 2024, China's Navy dispatched more than 40 task forces, comprising 150 ships, to escort over 1,500 convoys and nearly 7,300 vessels through the Gulf of Aden and Somali waters. Over half of these vessels were foreign. Their contribution has turned one of the world's most dangerous maritime areas into a golden waterway. Through long-distance escorts, maritime rights protection, multinational joint exercises, and humanitarian rescue missions, China's Navy has actively practiced the concept of a maritime community with a shared future, establishing itself as a key force in maintaining global peace and fostering win-win cooperation. As global security challenges become more complex, non-traditional security issues have moved from the periphery to the heart of international relations. From the cross-border spread of terrorism to cyber attacks, transnational crimes, and the frequent outbreaks of major infectious diseases, non-traditional security threats now challenge national borders and require closer and more institutionalized cooperation among nations. In December 2022, amid rising geopolitical tensions and rapid advances in biotechnology, the 9th Review Conference of the Biological Weapons Convention took place in Geneva. The convention, established in 1972 and in force since 1975, now has 184 state parties. However, negotiations on its verification protocol had been stalled for 2 decades due to opposition from a single country. During the conference, China played a pivotal role in fostering communication and mediation, contributing significantly to the final document. China's constructive leadership received widespread praise from the conference's presidium, senior disarmament officials, and delegates from various countries. The document's approval was met with extended applause. This achievement marked a breakthrough in multilateral efforts on arms control and disarmament, with far-reaching implications for global biological security governance. In addressing non-traditional security concerns, Xi Jinping has consistently offered China's proposals. In November 2020, at the 20th meeting of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Council of Heads of State, Xi proposed the Global Data Security Initiative.
中方发起全球数据安全倡议。
China has launched the Global Initiative on Data Security, which aims to galvanize efforts to shape a peaceful, secure, open, cooperative, and orderly cyberspace. We welcome the participation of all parties in this initiative.
In November 2022, at the 14th Conference of the Parties to the Ramsar Convention on Wetlands, Xi Jinping emphasized the need for international cooperation to protect wetlands.
It is important that we build global consensus on prizing wetlands, show our respect for nature, minimize disruption and damage caused by human activities, and protect the ecological security of wetlands in order to leave the beautiful wetlands to our future generations.
In October 2023, at the opening ceremony of the Third Belt and Road Forum for International Cooperation, President Xi Jinping announced a new initiative on artificial intelligence.
China will put forward the global initiative for artificial intelligence governance. We stand ready to increase exchanges and dialogue with other countries and jointly promote the sound, orderly, and secure AI development in the world.
These initiatives reflect a new approach to governance challenges in emerging fields, give voice to the interests of developing countries, and sound the clarion for collaborative solutions to emerging security issues. Without development, there is no security. This statement in China's Global Security Initiative underscores that poverty, unemployment, and environmental degradation often fuel instability. At the Kribi deepwater port in Cameroon, a bustling scene unfolds as the morning sun casts light on the nearly 1 kilometer-long breakwater. A newly built dock gleams as a 10,000-ton bulk carrier smoothly docks with the help of tugboats. This port marks a successful collaboration between China and Cameroon. Once a small fishing village, Kribi is now home to Cameroon's first large-scale deepwater port, which began operations in March 2018. The second phase of the project is progressing steadily, with the completion and handover inspection successfully concluded in February 2025. It has begun operations in May of the same year, injecting new and strong momentum into the port's development. Stefan is a mechanical operator at the port. He shared his thoughts.
Since 2012, I've been working at the China Harbour Engineering Company. This job has greatly improved my financial situation, and I have learned a lot. I would like to thank the company for this exceptional career development. I'm very satisfied with my current life.
Thanks to job opportunities at the deepwater port, local villagers have gained valuable skills, leading to stable incomes and improvements in their lives. By May 2025, the Kribi deepwater port had already generated nearly 1.2 trillion CFA francs, roughly $2.1 billion in customs revenue for the region. From a remote fishing village just a few years ago to a vibrant town today, the port's completion has sparked waves of economic growth. The streets are alive with pedestrians, traffic moves steadily, and the markets are bustling, enhancing the local community's prosperity. In June 2022, at the first high-level dialogue on global development, Xi Jinping delivered a speech highlighting the crucial role of development in driving national prosperity and improving people's lives. He stressed the need for countries to prioritize development and foster international cooperation in order to guide the collective effort for global shared progress.
Only when people all over the world live better lives can prosperity be sustained, security safeguarded, and human rights solidly grounded.
China's Global Security Initiative is not merely a theoretical concept. It represents China's active and ongoing efforts in maintaining global security. By advancing cooperation in both traditional and non-traditional security areas, promoting a diplomatic model of peaceful coexistence, and fostering global development as a safeguard for security, China is playing a key role in reshaping the global security landscape. Looking ahead, security will no longer be the concern of individual countries, but a common challenge for all. China is ready to collaborate with nations worldwide in building a path toward collective and common security.